Yeah, Isaiah, how you doing? I'm not at my usual setting, so just let me know if there are any changes in terms of the audio and the video. Isaiah. As for the hibernation, I'm still considering if taking 1 hour from my Saturday schedule would either affect or would not. So I'm still considering, but I'll let you guys know. Yeah. So Isaiah, confirm for me, is my audio clear? Is everything on point? Let me check TikTok and see if everything is okay. Let's see on TikTok. Okay, I think TikTok is right. Okay. All right, Richmond. I hope all is well at your end. Okay, good. So just some. I think within this week, I've had two people getting their DS 2019. They've gone past the principal interview and they've gotten themselves DS 2019. Unfortunately, people are not sharing their good news on the Telegram group. Hmm, Charlie. If we so, if these same people we all gather for the Telegram top, they search for opportunities. As they get opportunity, they they dog we. Uh, it shall be well. All right, let me see if my audio is good. All right, hello, sir. I'm trying getting in touch with you, but I cannot find your contact. All right, so Charles Zomelo, look on the promo flyer. My number is down there. I cannot mention them out. Kindly write them down or save them somewhere so that you can WhatsApp me afterwards. Oh, okay. That's when I'm waiting for a response. Oh, good. Finally, someone has been bold enough to tell us they had a PI. Charles, what subject area and what was the school district? And if I may ask again, which agency is sponsoring you? At least share some details and let people be rest assured that there is hope. I know there is hope, but many people think PIs are not going on. Just yesterday, an art teacher also who got herself a Maryland teaching certificate or teaching license has gotten two principal interviews. One is in South Carolina, and the other one is in, I think, uh, either North Carolina or so. So she contacted me with the interview that she was about to do. So all is well. All right, thank you, Isaiah. Okay. I want to make sure everything is in order before we commence today's session. Let me. So, guys, you can still share the video link on Facebook, on YouTube, and others. Oh, okay. So, one brother of mine, I think from the Volta region, he's Fiawomom Dogbe. Fiawomom Dogbe. So, my brother told me that you've gotten yourself some good news with TPG. How true it is. Okay, so I acknowledge you. Uh-huh. So, Dogbe from Ghana, Fiawomom Dogbe. Uh, I hope to see you very soon. So many people actually are getting the job offers and DS 2019 and others. So yeah, I think last week we talked about the actions after you nailing your principal interview, and Sam asked a lot of questions. Guys, I'm on set. We were able to talk about booking an air ticket. Okay, please can I get? All right. So Benedicta, I'm going to display the promo flyer again. The promotional flyer. Hmm. Wow. Okay, Charles. Good, good. I love to hear this. So I'll quickly read what Charles typed. So Charles is saying that my major is in okay. My major are economics and finance. I already I'm already here in the U.S. I took the Praxis Mathematics 5164, 5165, and applied for high school math teacher positions in Memphis. This SCS, okay. And how many peers? How many in Texas? And how many peers? And Chapel Hill ISD. Okay. So Charles, you've had another principal interview. Okay, good, good. I'm so happy. Are you the one who contacted me some time ago that you have a practice already written and passed, and you are needing some directions as to where to apply in the school district that may be prepared to employ you? Are you the person that you called me the other time? All right. So today we're going to talk about one other thing. I know most of you are still here to get your principal interview, but we're going to talk about you having two or more opportunities and how to decide. Okay. So during my time, I I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. So I had two school districts. One was Richland, one school district, and the other was in Arizona. So if you have these uh, two or more schools on your plate for you to choose one, what are the things that you should consider? And we may also talk about some financial responsibilities if you decide to choose any of the states. I'll let you know how much and how to determine the salary that you're going to take so that you advise yourself pretty quick before you make any decision. It's better to be informed than to enter into the US or select a school district blindly. So I'll show you how to know their salaries and others. Okay. And the other time, many people were also asking about we're also asking about bank statements. So most of the agencies for eliminating tactics, they are using bank statement as a tool to get most people out, and there is a way around it. Okay, the bank statement isn't that when you go to the embassy, you are not going to provide any bank statement or financial responsibilities. All that you'll be presenting at the embassy, all that you'll be presenting from the embassy at the embassy is your DS 2019, your DS 160, your school certificate, your transcript, and others. Okay, so these ones will be without your bank statement. So this is what you can do. I always advise people to use your regular salary account. So I was saving in UBA and Amansia West Bank, Amansia West Rural Bank in Kumasi. So I could have chosen Amansia West Rural Bank because it was the main source for my salary as a teacher back home in Ghana. All right. So I really advise people to use their regular salary account because every month something is passing through it. So if all of a sudden an amount hits the account, it doesn't raise too much eyebrows. Okay. I know EPI for the want of taking people out, they really become so stern about the bank statement. They can ask you how come this huge money dropped in your account in these recent days, and where is the money coming from? What is the purpose of the money? Is that the loan? So we have a way of bypassing this. So use your salary bank account. It's your usual bank account. So just this is what you're going to do. Find some friends and family, okay? Borrow money from them. It could be 1,000 Ghana cedis, it could be a 2,000 Ghana, 3,000 Ghana cedis, any amount. Just keep on rotating the money within 2 or 3 weeks. I'm talking about when exactly when the agency have told you to print out your statement for them. But if you know you're going to travel, don't even wait for any agency to tell you to present your bank statement. Utilize your bank account, your salary bank account. Take people's money. If you are building for someone, circulate the money in your bank account. If anybody is paying you, let it pass through your bank account. Sign check for people to withdraw. Keep the account busy. Okay, keep the account busy so that immediately you are called for to present your bank statement, you can collect 10,000 from 4 or 5 people, and you can easily get the minimum amount that is being requested of you. So that is it. Use your usual bank statement. All right. And the other thing that I want us to talk about is how to decide which state you should go. All right. So many people might have nailed their or aced their interviews with 2 or 3 school districts. All right. So how do you determine? These are the determinants. One, consider the cost of living in the area. Okay. Consider the cost of living in the area. You should also consider the salary that you're going to take in the area. And if you are someone who is a little bit prejudiced with racism, you can also consider that. There are some states that black people aren't so huge over there. You may want you may not want to go there. Okay, I'm not going to advise you. I have a friend in Wisconsin. The funny thing is, during his time, he was the only black person in that community up till now. It is then that IER have sent about 3 other teachers to be with him in the same school. So he had no black person or Ghanaian or African in the community. He drove like 45 minutes to Walmart. Even if he wants to get the list of items or groceries, he has to drive 45 minutes. And whenever I think I remember he told me once that he got to Walmart and he saw one black person, okay, at the cash out point, at the checkout point. And the way the woman was happy because she really doesn't see a lot of Africans around within the area. So that was Wisconsin, Lady Smith. So these places are where you may not find black people, and if you don't see any person like you, sometimes mentally you may be thinking about racism. But I can assure you, I've lived with so many white people. They are very welcoming. So far, I haven't received any racial sentiments towards me. For now, I don't know if it is because of the place I am right now. So you may also consider that. So I'm going to show you how to determine the cost of living. That is one. You can also look at the salary. That I think the salary should be the important one. So right now in South Carolina, okay, if you are coming here, especially in Richland 1, if you are coming here, for starters, your teaching experience may not be counted because an you need a provisional teaching license before your experience may be counted towards your salary. So you're going to be started with 50,000 or 50K per annum. So 50K, let me get you the calculator. All right. Well, I don't mind showing my pay stub. Let me see if I can get my pay stub. Okay, I'm not going to keep it for long. So I've taught for 13 years. Hey, is it 13? I started teaching in 2013 and this is 2025. So I've taught for 12 years. So I'm going to show you my pay stub. My pay stub is pay slip. So if you're applying to TPG, they always tell you to provide proof of employment. You can use your pay slip. All right. So as I always say, I'm not that shy about showing the monetary benefits in this job. So I'm going to show you how much a first degree holder with 12 years teaching experience. Let me get to the pay stub. I'm going to verify first if I don't have any of my personal information on it so that I can show it to you. All right. I need to verify first. Okay, I have to take away my address. All right, let me see this one. Okay, all right, so I'm going to take this away. Okay, nothing of that sort. I think this is clean. So I'm going to show you my pay stub. Let me share my screen. Uh, Not all Africans would be bold enough to do this for you guys. I don't really see the reason why I should hide certain things. It is public information. If you go to any school district website, you will see what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you my. All right, someone is asking something similar. So you answered. I'm going to show you my pay stub. All right, so guys, this is my pay stub right here. It was we are being paid bi-weekly. Bi-weekly means every 2 weeks you will be paid. Okay, let me see if I can get the screen a little bit. Those on TikTok, can you see it? All right. So pay period is third to first to 16, so 15 days. All right. And that was the gross pay. Gross pay was 2,305, okay, for 2 weeks. So if you want to know the gross pay for a month, you just have to multiply it by two. So by two is going to be like 40 4,610 4,610.84. Good. That's going to be the gross. The gross is they haven't taken taxes from it. All right. Now let's come to the net pay. The net pay is 1777.73. Okay. So this is after taxes. That's what or how much you're going to take. So I have taught for 12 years. And with first degree, people have a master's degree. If you have a master's degree, yours may be different. So you can determine the per annum that I take. And this is the good news and the bad news. All right. So look over here, the deductions. FICA or FICA is like a deduction for the federal government. Okay, a deduction for federal government. These two, they deduct some amount for social security. So whether you're going to stay here or not, you'll be in the second year. I think they are going to deduct FICA and Medicare from your salary. So your health insurance when you get old will be deducted from it, and your social security tax. So these two tax is non-refundable. You are not going to get it anywhere. Only that if you stay here till you are old, you will be catered for. Every month you're going to take some salary, just like back home in Ghana and Nigeria. All right. So these two are non-refundable deduction that will come in the second year. So I'm in second year, so you start in first year. I wasn't paying that, so I could take like 2,000 plus bi-weekly. Now FWT is federal withheld tax. So we have state withheld tax and federal withheld tax. These two you may be eligible to receive it back. So I don't know if you've heard of tax returns. Now listen, every January to March we file taxes. Okay, so if you're a W2 worker is someone who have been employed by a big institution or a bigger institution. So our companies withhold our taxes for us. It's withholding taxes. So if this amount, my company will withhold them. So when it comes to the tax filing year, then I'll file my taxes to IRS. They will do the calculation. If I'd have to pay more in addition to this, they will tell me. If they do their calculation and I still have some money left, they will refund the money to me. This is the good news why I would want you to come to the US. All right. So let's imagine that you are taking like $6,000 a month, and they are taking about $500 from your salary for state and federal. After the calculation, though they have taken the taxes, but it's going to appear like you have done some involuntary savings. So in Ghana, we were paying taxes, but how many people could get tax refund or tax returns? If you want a tax refund, you have to go through some dubious means to get it. But here, after the government has done its calculation, it will tell you that if you deserve any tax refund, they will just give it to you. The most good news is if you have children or dependents whom you are taking care of, you are entitled to get more. All right, you would get more taxes. And the system is like it's no contribution, no chop. If you don't have dependents and you are taking all the salary, you pay more taxes. But if you have more dependents, the government will see that, oh, you need more. They have this word, you need more breathing space, so your taxes will be a little bit looser as compared to someone with no dependent and taking huge sums of money. So for a J1, we get all this money back. I'm talking about South Carolina, Columbia, Richland too. You get this money back after every 12 months. So that is it. So I just showed you how my pay stub looks like. So if someone is working in Texas, Texas pays a lot. Boston, Massachusetts pays a lot. California pays a lot. So there are some states who, South Carolina, we are the least. Let me get you. I'm going to get you a document, okay, so that you will be informed. Let me use ChatGPT easily. All right. Okay, get me. Let me refresh this. Instead of going to school district website, like, get me uh, U.S. states and their salaries for teachers. Okay, let's see. So this data right here will show you some of the states that pays a lot. So if you are going to even do your direct hiring, you can channel your attention onto them. Look at this. Let's see where South Carolina is. You always complain that our salary is not that huge, but sometimes, look, that is the average. Average means not low, not high, right in the middle. So at this point, I'm going to show you, even in South Carolina, this is one of this. That's the average salary. Okay, it depends on the school district that you're going to teach and their salary scale. All right, so I'll show you some school district. So let's go to, okay. So he said notes: high paying states: New York, California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey. So these states, if you get a job over there, you will pay a lot, but taxes, insurance is a bit high. Low paying states: Mississippi. I know Ben even told me the amount of money Ben is taking over there, but all the same, their accommodation isn't that expensive. Okay, accommodation is expensive everywhere, but those states that are receiving low pay, the demand isn't so high over there. So low paying states is West Virginia, Arkansas, and South Dakota. All right. So let me show you my school district. Okay, Richland 1. I don't know why my computer is heating like that. Richland 1. So in order, if you have two or more decisions to make about school districts, consider that, and also consider the cost of living. Information are always found online. One salary. Let me see, salary scale. Okay, for 2024. All right. So I'm going to show you how much someone is taking. I hope I see it. Richland 1 school district. Okay, so this is public information. All right. So just as I said, for starters, you take 50,000, but I'm going to show you there on their website how much you're going to take. Good. I'm going to explain to you. If you go to the website and you are getting confused, look at this. Let me increase it. This is how you it is explained. So step 0 to this, okay, can represent the number of years. All right. So I have taught for 12 years, okay? For 12 years, look at the 12. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. We have people who have taught for 12 years with bachelor's degree and 18 years teaching experience. So the bachelor's plus 18 is the number of years and number of credit hours over there. So your salary may be different. So if you come in with what do you call it? If you come in with a bachelor's degree, this is the lane with no experience. So the zero is zero experience as you come in as a foreign teacher. So this is the starting pay right now, total. So every first year student in Richland 1 is being paid $50,000 per annum. Don't be surprised, you'll be spending a lot in this country. So it not should be money. So if you come in with a 12 years teaching experience, this is the amount you're going to take with a bachelor's degree. That same 12 years, if I have a master's degree, look, I'll be taking 59,332. So would I be advised to go for a master's degree? It depends on how I see the salary. So someone who has 20 years teaching experience, wow, with a bachelor's degree, 65,000, it is not that bad. And the good news is every year there is an increment over this place. So this year that we're going to step into, they are going to increase our salary. It doesn't go that much. It's like $250 or so. That is after taxes. All right. The increment not should be big. So if you want to explain, if you go to any school district website, this step over here is the number of years. And class 3 bachelor's is bachelor's degree without masters. Bachelor's degree with 18 credit hours. Okay, 18 credit hours could represent the someone who have a master's degree but have done some other courses in addition to that. So this part is how much you're going to get, and always consider or focus on where the total is. The highlight is it the bolding part? Yeah, good, the bolding part. So that's how it is calculated. If you have a PhD, for starters, not having taught in the school district before or haven't taught anywhere before, you'll be started with 59,000. If you teach for, let's say, okay, 31 years with PhD, that is $91,000. It means South Carolina, Richland 1 don't pay so much to their teachers. All right. I believe, guys, I'm making sense. So consider the cost of living, which you can easily find online, and consider the salary that the school district is going to offer you. And one more thing, fine, if you have options, you can consider these. But if you don't have options, Charlie, the entry is the most important thing. So take notes. All right. Let me. So consider the cost of living. Consider the salary that you're going to take. All right. I have some questions here. I'll answer them. So consider, and one more thing, you can also consider the crime rate in the area. Okay. There are some places in Mississippi. The day that I watched a documentary about them, I really didn't like it. So crime in the area too, you can also consider that as well. It's everything is on the internet. Okay, so just go there and type in the crime rate, let's say about South Carolina, Columbia, and all that. You have information about them. I did all this search when I was coming. All right. Okay. And one other thing I wanted us to talk about is accommodation. So if you've gotten yourself a DS-29, it was a problem for me. Okay, so just reach out to some of us. What we can do is the state that we are in. If you have people who are willing to take in roommates, we can help. The issue over here is someone cannot use their credit to get you a room over here unless you come and we go in person. So what we can do is we can help you book a hotel for 2 or 3 days. I had this Nigerian, I've forgotten the name, who called me that she was going to Jacksonville, Florida, and I had a Ghanaian over there, whom I asked to help us secure accommodation for her. But unfortunately, he said he had no room to take extra person under his roof. So at the long run, the person was able to get herself a 2 days hotel stay, and later on went in search for apartment. All right, so you can search on apartment.com, you can search on Zillow.com. So these are two places. Let me show you quickly, then I move on. So these are the places where you can get apartment. Sorry, guys, let me share the screen. All right. These are the places where you can get apartments. The most trusted ones. People may say Facebook Market. Facebook Market, a lot of scammers over there. So I'll show you some scams so that you stay off it. So Zillow is ZLLO. All right. So you just enter the zip code that you're going to. All right. So let's say I'm going to 29206. It's in Colombia. Okay, let me see, 29205. I know that is in Colombia. 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 Let's see. All right, let's see the listings over there. So these are some listings that you may go for. All right. Some may not want to deal with you online unless you come over here. So what I would advise you is get a cheaper and affordable hotel, stay there for 2 or 3 days, get into the state, go around and look for the apartment. If no one is going to help you, that is the almost available options. Stay in a hotel for 2 or 3 days and look for an apartment. All right, but if you think you can secure one yourself online, these are trusted places where you can do. So Zillow, they verify every seller or landlord over there. All right, so let's say I want a 1 bedroom apartment. So 1 bedroom, you just type in, sorry, you just type in 1 bedroom. If you have a price range, let's say 800. The apartment that has 700, but if you see the 700, Charlie, you go over you. So I'm going to put into 700 to 1,000. So let's see the kind of apartment that you will see over here. All right. So all these are looking for people to rent. So 850, you may be lucky. Contact the person if they are willing to, reserve the apartment for you, so that when you come, you pay stuff. Do not send money online, okay? Do not send money to anybody insecure of an apartment. All right, so these are places where you can get legitimate apartment listings or accommodation listings, and you can also confirm by calling them or chatting them on the Zillow platform. All right, I said you may find some on Facebook, but be warned, Facebook is some way. It has a lot of scammers over there. All right. So one is Zillow.com. You can also go to apartment.com. Apartment.com. Okay. So let's say you're coming to Colombia SC. All right. So these are the openings. Let me put in the 1 bedroom. Studio apartment is a bit cheaper if you're going to be the only person staying in there. So studio apartment may be cheaper. So 1 bedroom, and I'll still go for the 700 to 1,000, because coming for the first time you don't have money. So 1,000. And now let's see the listings that comes. So this is what you're going to do. Each of the listings have their own zip codes. Okay, this zip code is, how should I relate this to in Ghana? So when it comes to the US, every area has a zip code. Okay, they have been categorized and zoned. So if you want an apartment, you can look at the zip code of your school, or you can either copy the address. Okay, let me put it this way. So I'm a teacher at Hopkins Middle School, so I'm going to copy let's say I saw this and I'm very happy with the listing. So this right here, retreat at St. Andrews. Okay, so I'll copy the address from here. The address is 800 Beatty Road. Okay, you just copy it and you paste it here. Go to Google, you paste it, and let's say 800 Beatty Road 2. Then I'll add the school's name. So the school may, let's say Hand Middle School. Hand Middle School. It can tell you the distance that you're going to, commute from your house to the school every day. So let's see. So it tells you the mode of transportation and the distance that it's going to take. So if you're moving from the apartment that I showed you, 800 BT Road, Columbia, the zip code is 29210, and this is 29205. And right now, if you're driving to the place, it's going to take like 22 minutes. That is by car. So when I was coming, you just listen to this funny thing. When I was coming, I didn't know anybody whom was going to, ride share me to school. When I say ride share, any teacher who had a car who would drive me to school to and fro every week. Okay, so I opened up my options. So option one was buying a car, which my money wasn't that enough. Option two was a train. Now this same 22 minutes, look at the train. So when you go by train, it's a short distance. So if you go by train, it's 1 hour 26 minutes. 1 hour 26 minutes. All right. So it will tell you the itinerary from your house to the school. So I don't know when you're going to wake up in the morning. And this one right here says when you get up from your apartment, you walk 13 minutes. Then you get to Broad Beauty South. Okay. When you get there, you get a train. Okay, I think it's a bus, not a train. Sorry, it's a bus. Let me see. Maybe let me verify if it's a bus or a train. Okay. Okay, it's a bus. Comment is a bus. Now, so when you wake up in the morning, let's say you wake up at 6 o'clock. You are done, ready for school at 6:30. You're going to walk 13 minutes in the morning. Then you go for a bus at this stop. We call it Broad Beauty South. Okay. So when you board a bus, it's going to take like let me see. You're going to stay in the bus from 1:49 till 2:20 p.m. So 1:49 p.m. So it's like 11 minutes. So 31 minutes in the bus. Then you get to Divine Woodrow East. That's 2:32. You have not reached. Someone said you have not reached. You walk 5 minutes again before you get to your place. So if you don't have money to buy a car, that is the wahala you're gonna go through when you get here. All right. So let's say you want to walk. You there, you can walk for Ghana, you can walk for Nigeria. So this is how the walk is going to be like. 3 hours 28 minutes. It's just 9 miles. So 9 miles. So 3 hours 28. So you can wake up at if class starts at 8 o'clock, you can wake up at 4 o'clock and you start walking. So you walk, then you get there. If you think you can afford only a bicycle from the start, this is your itinerary. You are going to ride for 1 hour 3 minutes through the Sumter Street. So that is how to search for apartment. One, copy the address of the apartment, put it in Google, then you add two, then you bring your school. It will tell you the distance from your house or from the apartment to the school. Then you determine if your mode of transportation, if you're going to go by your personal car or a bus, then you decide. If you want a bicycle, you decide with that. So apartments where you can get, sorry, places where you can get apartment is Zillow.com, Zillow, and apartment.com. There are a lot out there. We also have is it Twello or something? Let me see. Truello. You just have to type in. Let me see. Tru, the Truello. Truello. Okay, Trello. No, no, that's not it. There are other places you can get apartment. One more thing, in case you want a private person to share a room with, there's other website roomy.com. Roomy, Roomi. For that one, you can get someone talk to before you even get here. Roomy.com. So that you can chat with the person who needs a roommate. And remember, the rooms you're going, or the people over there that you're going to see, I cannot tell you if they are good persons or not. You just have to read their bio and just let your instincts lead you. If you think you can stay in a hotel for some few days and get yourself an apartment, just go to roomies.com. You can find a roommate. And remember, regardless of your sexual orientation, you may find every sexual orientation over there. So if anything happens to you, it's at your own decision that you made. Okay. So let's say I want someone from South Carolina, Columbia. Oh, sorry, South Carolina is not here. There are others. We have Roomy, we have roommate.com. Let me see, roommate.com. Roommate. So you can get roommate as well. You can get roommate as well in the area. But remember, for safety reasons, be careful. Roommates.com. So if you don't have enough money, you can just go here, search for roommates. Then you see a lot of people over there. So let's say Columbia, South Carolina. Let's see the number of roommate I can get. Me now, I want roommates. Okay, need a roommate. What are you waiting for? Okay, so this this man is 64 years. He's called Phil, and he's at Meadow Beach. It's not closer to where I want a roommate. So you just have to go through Peruse and find someone in the neighborhood where you're going, where your school is located. So these are from North Carolina. All these, and they even tell you the maximum rent that you are going to pay to them. This one says she's at Rock Hill, $200 maximum rent. I don't know what kind of apartment is that. That you're going to pay $200 for. God be with you. All right. So all these are looking for roommates, and those who are coming with agenda. If you think you are coming to agenda and you need a black American to marry, this is another route that you can go through. As I said, you do everything at your own discretion. Remember. So all these people are looking for roommates. They tell you right from the start the maximum rent they are going to take from you, and actually they do some verification on them as well. All right. So let's say your sexual orientation is this. You can just click on this. I'm not going to mention it out. I don't want any segregation and any ban. So all these people are in support of this category or badge. All right. So you can get a different kind of people over there to share rooms with. So that is it, guys. I've showed you how to get accommodation when you get to the US. I've also shown you how to book for your air tickets. I've also shown you today. What did we talk about? Okay, we've talked about air tickets and how to select if you have two or more school districts. I've showed you how much a teacher is being paid in any of the districts. You just go to their website, you search for uh, their salary scale or their salary schedule. It will show you. If you have a master's degree, you will know how much you're going to take. If you have a bachelor's degree, you know how much you're going to take, so that you can be informed even before you come here. You can as well use ChatGPT to determine the states where you are going to. You can also research on the crime rate in the area. Okay, And in a nutshell, if you need a roommate, if you think you can't afford yourself a whole room but you need a roommate, you can go to roommate.com or roomies and you can find people there. All right. For cars, if you want to buy a car, get here first. I have people who can help you get yourself a car, uh, regardless of the state. All right. So, guys, that is it. You can let your questions come in now. You can let your questions come in now so that I answer. I have other agenda for today. Okay. The undisputed. What site are you talking about? What site are you talking about? The undisputed on TikTok. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. So a lot of questions today. All right. So your audio is clear. I had my first principal interview. Okay. Good. Please, can I get your WhatsApp contact? Okay, I already talked about. I have another PI next week. I was okay. All right, Benedicta. Please, which one is the best to choose from, H1B or J1 visa? Actually, I came with J1 visa and I've loved it so far. For H1B, if you have a husband, if you have dependents, they cannot work until you will be upgraded to a green card. So let's say if you have a wife who is on H1B, they are going to stay home until you are switched onto a different visa category. For H1B, there is no 212E rule pertaining to that category. Okay, 212E rule means you are not entitled to go home after the uh, the 3 to 5 years. Not entitled doesn't mean you are going to stay here without visa. Know that clearly. So what I mean is, if you get a school district who is willing to sponsor you with a different kind of visa from H1B, is going to be a green card, or they are going to upgrade you with another H1B, it means you are not going to be forced to go home if you have valid status in the country. For J1 visa, for after 3 to 5 years, you are supposed to go home, or you can apply for a J1 visa waiver and search for a school or a company that can sponsor you with either H1B or green card. All right, so that is it. You have to decide. I've explained both to you. I came with J1 visa. I've loved it so far. I haven't had any issues with it. Someone also came with H1B. They also love it, but unfortunately, their partners are not being able to work. So if you have a dependent who are the working stage or age, H1B may not help you if you want them to work right from the onset. But if you are cool living in a family with only one source of income, H1B may be best. All right. The next one is the next one says, please, Anthony from Ghana, can you accept two principal interview from two different agencies? All right. So if you accept this, if you accept any of the principal interviews, you can decide to do the interview, but which one of them are you going to sign? Immediately you pen your signature on any contract, you have been binded, or you are bound. That's the word. You are bound. You cannot sign for any other, because the moment they prepare a DS 2019 for you, your data is already in the system. So you can have the interviews, but whoever comes first with a juicy offer, you can just sign it and you'll be good to go. So if you sign the job offer contract or the letter of intent, that is all. I wouldn't advise you to interview with any other school district. So I've shown you what should inform your decision. So you can do the interview, but think about their offers, the salary they're going to pay you, the state in which you are going, the crime rate in the area, the cost of living. I've shown you other stuff. For all you know, you may have a family member in one of the states. So definitely, I'll choose a state where one of my family members or friend is. All right. And Abigail is also saying, hello, Mister. After your acceptance with phases, how long till feedback from school districts? All right. So Abigail, no one can tell you the turnaround time for a school district to contact you. A lot of people are on direct to be hired or direct or ready to be hired at the moment, and they are all waiting for principal interview. So we can't really tell. Please the years, was the basic school year added? I don't get your question, but if you are asking about uh okay, Vivian, ask your question again. Ask your question again. And please, your 12 years, is it only? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Vivian, so I first taught at a basic school. So all the number of years that you have taught after bachelor's degree, any years before bachelor's degree will not be counted. Remember, if you have taught for 20 years after bachelor's degree, those are the counted ones, or those are the qualifiable ones. All right. So it doesn't it's not about the grade that you taught. All your teaching experience after your bachelor's degree count. Please, the years, was it okay? Isaiah is also asking, with this pay in South Carolina, man needs extra hustle. Uber plus DoorDash plus delivery. Okay, I don't know. Isaiah, it's up to you. When you come, there are other opportunities that you can use to get money. All right, and okay, for sure, Isaiah, with dream project at home. What is a dream project? Emmanuel, talk about the caning issue as Trump. The caning issue. Trump didn't say issue cane. No. Trump signed an executive order that teachers can discipline students in the classroom in case they misbehave. I know for sure you will not dare. So don't mind Trump. They have already lost the battle of discipline these students. So if you're international students, mind your business, please. Mind your business. That executive order, I would say, stay your somewhere and be safe. Don't dare touch any student. All that you can do is do your job peacefully and come home peacefully every blessed day. The next one is Ohene Anthony. Can I chat to you privately? Yes, you can. My okay, Anthony, Anthony. I'll display my contact again on the promotional flyer that I displayed. What type of punishment can be given to American middle school? Jennifer, there is no, should I say punishment? The only punishment that you can give to a middle schooler is lunch detention, office referral, and calling the parents. These are the only disciplinary actions that you can take. There is no other disciplinary action other than what I just mentioned. So lunch detention is one. Office referral is you referring the student to the administration for further advice to be taken. Some may even go to the extent of being withdrawn from the classroom setting to an individualized classroom setting, which is offered by the district. So these are the only punitive measures that we have in our system over here. So caning is out of the game. Though Mr. President talked about signed an executive order of disciplining, is it discipline or discipline? Disciplining students when they misbehave. But guys, mind your own business because you are a stranger. What about motorbike? Isn't that affordable? Olives was. I thought about even buying a bicycle or a motorbike. Remember, this is not a sub-Saharan territory. Okay, so from January, okay, let me put it this way: from January to April, early part of April, it's a bit cold. From May to August, it is then that you get to experience the summer, which is just like Ghana or Nigeria or Africa. All right. Other than that, all the rest, cold, 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 cold. So you can imagine if you have a motorbike, how are you going to commute to work? Are you going to, wear lots of jackets? So it may be cheaper. It may be an affordable option, but think about the consequences. Can someone do further studies? Yes, you can do further studies. I know teachers who have done their masters, their PhD, as they came on this cultural exchange program. Vivian is asking, please, what work can your dependent husband do? Any job so far as they qualify. If your wife is a nurse, they can write the NCLEX exams and they will be employed as a professional nurse over here. Whether they hold BSN, is it BNS or okay? Whether they hold BSN or registered nursing certification, provided they write the NCLEX and pass, you are good to go. All right. Thank you for all. Oh, okay, go. T-Sax. What is the best answer for this question, please? When are you willing to resume if given the job? Okay, so this is how I'm going to answer this question. So if you are given a job, I think school starts, most of the school starts in August, okay? Latter part of July to August is when most schools start. But if you think for the want of immediate employment, me, I can state an immediate date over there to show my seriousness. But you can decide to quote like 2 months or 3 months ahead from when you are asked that question. Please, what work can, okay, I already answered that. Can someone for the state? Okay, I answered that. Establish, thank you. Okay. On a direct hiring, if they ask you your year of teaching experience, do you have to start from the time you got your bachelor's degree? I said you start stating from the time of your bachelor's degree. Okay, because the minimum qualification to teach in the US is a bachelor's degree. The next question is, does teaching experience count after master's degree? Yes, after master's degree, teaching experience count. I showed you the salary schedule of Richland 1 school district. Excelling with Christy. Okay, excelling with Christy. Please, how did? Is it how did? Oh, okay, let me rephrase the question for you. Please, how did you do with bringing your kids over since they were below 5 years? As I watched in one of your videos, though I know it will be easier for you as a guy. I don't. Christy, please reframe your question so that I understand. I picked kids, bringing kids, but your question isn't that clear. Please ask again. Like, how can I, as a woman, bring my 2 kids over, since I can't mention them to faces as they are below 5 years? After you enter, you can go for them later on, but immediately you mention that your kids are below 5 years, you'll be dropped. It happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. All right. So make sure you know what to do. Mr. Frizz, good day, sir. What could be responsible for someone not being granted visa despite having a valid job offer? A whole lot of stuff. All right. So since I came, I've heard about 2 Ghanaians who were denied visa at the consulate. One was a math teacher who went there, and he was asked that how does he teach students who are having challenges with math, okay? And he mentioned that, oh, he used some electronic gamifications. When he said gamification, using games to learn. So the counselor asked him, so what are some of the games that you use to teach your students that are having challenges with math? And that was I don't know if he had not researched enough about the games or the softwares that students use to learn over here. So make sure you are well prepared. There are a whole lot of things that may happen at the consulate, but make sure you do your part. You may have your job offer, but for the interview, make sure you are well prepared. I know about 2 people who were asked to teach math right in front of the consular. So if you are proclaiming that you're a math teacher, you should be on top of your content. It is possible that you may be asked to teach a topic right there within the 5 minutes. So I think Mr. O was asked to teach, is it geometry? I've forgotten. Most of the math teachers were asked to teach, so be careful and study for any interview. All right. So these are some of the reasons. If you'll be denied, these are some of the reasons. But if you have a job offer, the whole thing is 90% assured. Just a few people, and their issues are uh, minor issues. Andrea, sorry, please explain how teaching is done in America. Do you give notes? Which apps do you use to teach? Andrea, sorry, there are a lot of apps over here. I cannot mention all. So, one of the most easiest one is quizzes. That's what I use. I teach art, so I use quizzes a lot. So, quizzes is like you. I use it for presentation, and as I'm presenting, I have some formative questions in the presentation. So let's say there was a slide about what is element of art. Okay, that was the first slide. Okay, let me show you one of my. Okay, wait. So quizzes. That's how I use quizzes. So you can use quizzes to do the presentation, but and also you can insert or embed questions in the presentation. So as I was saying, when a slide is on screen with what is element of art, okay, and I explain everything. Afterwards, the follow-up slide may be a question, a formative question, enquiring the students to provide answers from, let's say, MCQs or answers. Wait, I just want to show you how it looks like. That's what I'm trying. Let me quizzes. I want to show you how it looks like. Over here. So Andrew, if you're asking about games and apps, this is one over here. So let me log in quickly. Okay. Okay, let me use this. So I'm going to share my screen so you see how it looks like. So one of the easiest website is called the quizzes. So I'm going to show you a presentational slide that I use. They have assessment in there, they have lessons, they have interactive videos where you can use. Let me share my screen quickly. Okay. So is it Q or Q? Quizzizz. So it's quizzes, all right. So when I go to my library, I have slides over there. This is element of art space. So let me see if I can get one. Okay, texture. Let me see. So this was a presentation I used, and I used to teach texture. Okay. So within this, I can insert or embed some questions to go for my formative assessment as they are learning, and it becomes very interactive if you continuously teach without uh, going through the formative assessment. You teach, and by the end of the day they will say they don't understand anything. All right, so that was one. Let me see if I can get. So these are questions that you can use as either formative assessment or summative assessment. So it comes like MCQs on the screen. I wish I could let me preview this over here. So this is how it looks like. So preview as a student. Good. So this is how the question comes. So what is a monochromatic color scheme? Then the students can choose any of these. So if I choose, I haven't read through this, so it was a wrong answer. Then it will display on my end that the student had it wrong. Okay, all right. So very interactive. We also have Kahoots, Kahoo. All these are very interactive, and it takes most of the attention of the students onto it. So that is it. We also have a game kit. There are a lot. You just have to research about it. There are a lot of apps that you can use to teach here in the US. All right. The next question says, the next person is asking, when do EPI end their recruitment in a year? I'm a math teacher and I have been approved for more than a month now. Christian, take heart to many people have been approved, but still no good news yet. But make sure you apply to other school districts and partake in the direct hiring for for uh, for jobs. Okay. Emilia also answered. So does it mean you went there to learn the use of different apps? Oh, is it. Remember, you were you were lying in your resume that you have a learnable spirit, you are flexible, you can adapt to certain environment. So you're going to learn all these. And the good news is you may have some mentors in your school. Some did not have them. I had a mentor, but she was in a different subject area. So when I got to the class, it was me alone with the kids. No one taught me anything. I was fortunate to have one Ghanaian who was my roommate to teach or to take me through all the most of the apps that I know how to use now. And Lydia is also asking, I'm still waiting for principal interview from my three sponsors who approved me in December. Could it be that I'm late for? You are not late. People came in October. So you are never late. Okay, you are never late. All right. So guys, I think today we've mentioned a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So as I said, today may be the last session for our lives because I would want to hibernate a little for some time, and I'll resume when I'm done with the personal stuff I talked about the other time. So this may be our last meeting. But if you have any question, you have my DMs, you have my WhatsApp number, you have my email address on YouTube and others. I'm going to display this flyer over here. If you want someone to pay for your service fee, just contact me, especially to those in Ghana. If you are in Nigeria, I'm here to prepare a link for you to use card to pay. Okay. So for now, if you're in Ghana, I can pay service fee. Lead, Lordina, I have to go for the hibernation, but I'm still thinking about it. If I'm going to reappear from next week going, I'll let you know because it's just 1 hour, and 1 hour can never change or unchange what I'm about to do. So I'll let you guys know if I'm still going to present myself next week. But as it stands now, I want to go on a little hibernation. But I'll let you guys know. So if you want my DMs, look at the flyer. It's at the lower part. It's written in blue. Only contact me via WhatsApp. Hey, someone is asking, how do you deal with a student who always come to class late? As I said, the only punitive measures are three: lunch detention, office referral, and calling the parent. These are the three punitive measures. So any other strategies that you want to use is up to you. You can never let them know that. You can never let them stand on their desk. There is no other punitive measures. So you have to be innovative enough. Maybe since you are coming afresh, you have some nice strategies. You can share some with us how you'd want to uh, manage tardiness in your class. So guys, that is my contact. You can DM me if you have any challenge with your application. If you have any challenge with the teaching abroad. Okay, Sharon, you be the boss. Who nothing for the girls. All right. So the undisputed. Okay, how far with the agent application? And can the further studies be done online? Yes, because you're going to be teaching all the time. Online master's degree, online PhD degree would be highly recommended. You cannot go in person to any school since you are also a full-time teacher somewhere in the US. So guys, I thank you so much for following me so far. As I said, I want to go on hibernation for some few moments. I'll let you guys know. But if the hibernation is still not going to come on, I'll let you know early Friday so that you expect me on Saturday. I'm still assessing the schedule that I have. If 1 hour is not going to change or unchange my goal for the hibernation, I'll still show up every Saturday and we discuss it. All right. So one more advice. Okay, someone is asking. Uh, there have been new TSA policies. Are they applicable this year? Throw more light on. Okay, so Deborah, which of the policies? The policy that I know is the real ID. Real ID was. Let me show you something. So let me show my face first. If you'd want to travel in-state or locally, at first we used to use driving license. So I could just go to the airport, show them my driving license, and I'll be granted a pass on board. Okay, but from first, is it 5th May or 1st May? You cannot travel with your driving license unless you have a real ID. A real ID is a bit different from the driving license, but some states have some features of the real ID embedded in their driving license. So that is one of the latest policies that I've heard. If there is anything that I've not mentioned, you can share light on it so that we all can learn from it. I love to learn. So that is it, guys. So, and I think in the next 2 minutes, I would like to sign up. So God bless everybody who took the time to join. Okay, things to travel with. Oh, I haven't seriously. You better take everything. Okay, one more thing. Good. Since you said traveling document, right? So if you have been to the consulate, okay, if you have been given a visa, make sure you take back your DS 2019. There was this Ghanaian whose DS 2019 was not given back to her at the time of approval. So she went for the interview, though she was approved, but the consular never returned the DS 2019 to her. She came back to Kumasi, chilla. So when it left about a day or two, I was there. Then the husband called me trying to confirm that her wife doesn't have the DS 2019. Is it going to be needed at the port of entry? And I told him yes. And they managed to go to Accra that very evening, go to the embassy and request for a new one. So that is, make sure you take back your DS 2019. If it is signed, praise the Lord. If it is not signed, you can also sign when you come home. So make sure you take back your DS 2019, and you always travel with all your documents. Anything can happen. Anything can happen because of late immigration and entry at the port is getting a bit challenging. So make sure you bring all your documents. Richard, are you in the US or you are still back home? Asking about real ID. Osu Amwako Richard, are you in the US or are you back home? If you are back home, real ID doesn't concern you. Real ID is for those in the States. And even if you don't have a real ID, you can always travel with your passport, your local passport, your international passport. So let's say if I want to travel to, let's say, Michigan, and I don't have the real ID, this time I cannot use my driving license unless I use my passport. So if you don't have the real ID, which TSA is rolling that policy out this early May, you can travel with your passport. Remember. Okay, so Richard is saying he's in Florida. So Richard, if your visa is still active, okay, this is what you're gonna do. Take your DS 2019, take your active visa in the passport, and go to DMV. All right. They may also ask for your I-94. So these are the documents, or you can just go online, type uh, requirement for J1 visa holder for real ID in Florida. They can tell you all the requirements. For my state, they were requesting for a valid J1 visa and a DS 2019. So if you have these, you qualify for the real ID. Otherwise, if you want to travel in locally, you can use your passport. But in order to avert any hassle at the port, if your J1 visa has expired, please go and renew first before you travel, even within the country. I repeat, let's say your J1 visa has expired. Renew it before you plan to travel interstate. Anything can happen at the port. If you want to travel with a dead or expired visa, without a real ID, please don't do that. You have to renew your visa. If you want to renew your visa, you know the process. Just go to the Avid platform and start with the process. So thank you all. My time is up, and have a blissful weekend. As I said, I may come back next week, but if I do not, the hibernation process has begun. So if you want to contact me, my uh, my numbers were displayed on the screen. Otherwise, go to TikTok at the bio section. You can find my details over there. At YouTube as well, my email address is over there. So you can DM me